difference between two numbers is always the biggest minus the smallest to give a positive amount. So the difference between 7 and 2 is 5. The difference between 2 and 7 is also 5. You don't get minus 5. Sometimes I've seen, I think GCSE's syllabuses allow things like minus 5, but we're not doing it here. We mean, when we find the difference, that we mean the maximum minus the minimum. So we've got that n is between 1 and 99, but not inclusive, and then p is the difference between 1 and n. Now, because n is between 1 and 99, it must be bigger than 1, and therefore p is going to equal n minus 1. Q is then the difference between 99 and n. Now, 99 is going to be necessarily bigger than n, so that will be 99 minus n. And then r is the difference between p and q. But for some values of n, for example, if we let n equal 5, p would be smaller than q, because we'd have 4 and 94. But for other values, such as n equals 80, we'd get 79 for p and 19 for q. So we're going to need to split this into two different cases. Well, let's first of all find the range of values of n where p is less than q. And you might just set them equal or whatever, but I'm writing an inequality. So n minus 1 is going to be less than 99 minus n. That means 2n is going to be less than 100. So n is going to be less than 50. It's going to be for p greater than q that n is then greater than 50, and they're equal when n is equal to 50. So let's come back to finding r. We're going to need to look at when n is less than 50 and when n is greater than 50. You can include 50 in it, but if for that scenario, you're going to get r equal to 0. So n less than 50, we've got that p is less than q, and therefore r is going to equal q minus p, because q is the bigger number. Then it will be 99 minus n minus n minus 1. And that will become 99 plus 1, or 100, minus n, that's minus 2n. Now we're interested in r being a prime number, but if you take a look at it, 100 is even, and 2n is necessarily going to be even, so r is always going to be even. And there's only one prime number that's even, and that's 2. So we're going to need to be subtracting 98 to get 2, therefore n is going to be 49. That will give us a value of r that's equal to 2. R equals 2 when n equals 49. Now let's take a look at when n is greater than 50, because here we have that p is bigger than q. Then r would be p minus q, and we just subtract them the other way around. N minus 1 minus 99 minus n. This is going to give 2n minus 100. And this time, for it to equal 2, we're going to need 2n to equal 102. So n is going to equal 51. R again equals 2, but that's still a prime number when n equals 51. And that is it. Those are the only two possibilities. N equals 49, n equals 51. Therefore, there are two values of n which are as a prime number.